My newlywed wife got pregnant after attending a bachelorette party. But the DNA results said. So, my wife's bachelorette party turned into a wild ride that left her with a baby bump and me packing my bags for a divorce. Talk about a plot twist, right? Who knew a night of fun could lead to a lifetime of chaos? Cheers to unexpected surprises. We were just 3 months into this wild ride called marriage, still riding that so-called honeymoon wave, or whatever they call it. The fridge was still rocking our wedding magnet like it was the coolest thing since sliced bread. The dress was just chilling in the back of the closet, all spiffy from the dry cleaner but totally neglected. Poor thing. We were fresh out of the wedding chapel, head over heels, dreaming big, and blissfully clueless. That morning? Oh boy, I remember it way better than the actual wedding day. Talk about a plot twist. It was late spring, and the sunlight poured into the kitchen like someone had knocked over a giant jar of honey. There I was, rocking my pajama pants, belting out a ridiculous tune while flipping pancakes like a breakfast pro. Oh, and just to be clear, definitely not from a box, okay? Homemade batter, straight from the ground up. I threw in some blueberries, because why not? Why, you ask? Well, why not? Life's too short for boring questions, right? Let's dive into the mystery of the universe together, one giggle at a time. Because I was head over heels, and that's just what those blissfully goofy folks do. The stairs behind me let out a gentle creak, like they were trying to gossip about my life choices. Smells like heaven, she mumbled, still half asleep and dreaming of breakfast in bed. I took a quick peek over my shoulder. And there she stood, like a scene straight out of a rom-com, ready to steal the show. Jana, huh? Sounds like a plant with a personality. What's the scoop on this leafy legend? My better half. That glorious, chaotic masterpiece on top of your head, aka the messy bun. It's like a crown for the days when you just can't even. All natural, baby. That ancient college tee that's basically a fashion statement for my shoulder. Classic. She was like a cozy Sunday morning wrapped in sunshine and good vibes. So there I was, flipping a pancake like a breakfast ninja, thinking, well. So, Sleeping Beauty finally decides to hit the snooze button on her 100-year nap. Talk about a beauty sleep champion. She tiptoed over and wrapped her arms around my waist from behind, resting her cheek against my back like a cozy little koala. I totally missed you, she mumbled, like a kid who just got caught sneaking cookies. You snoozed for a solid 6 hours. Dreamland must have been a blast. And those were the worst 6 hours of my life, she exclaimed, all dramatic flair, and I swear I could feel her grin sneaking through the fabric like a mischievous ghost. I couldn't help but smirk. Phew. Thank goodness I whipped up some pancakes, right? Time to turn that frown upside down and sprinkle some joy on all that drama. She squeezed me for just a sec longer, then released me like a hot potato and plopped down on the counter like it was her throne. She suddenly sat up like she just spotted a squirrel in the park. I totally missed it at first, but oh boy, it was lurking in the shadows. She was buzzing with that jittery thrill, like she had a juicy secret but couldn't quite find the words to spill it. She gave the marble a little tap-tap with her nails, like it owed her money or something. Yo, Noah? What's up? Well, that certainly caught my eye. Whenever she whipped out my full name, you knew it was game time, either I was in deep trouble or she was about to drop some serious wisdom on me. I whipped around, spatula in hand like a culinary ninja ready for battle. You betcha. She paused, like a deer caught in headlights, wondering if she should take the plunge or just back away slowly. Her eyes sparkled like disco balls, but her lips were doing a little shimmy of their own, quivering just enough to make you wonder what was going on in that head of hers. Guess what? I've got some news for you. I gave my eyelids a little workout. Got any juicy gossip? Spilled the tea. What kind of? Hold up, you're not kicking the bucket, are you? She let out a quick, giggly snort. Nope, not a chance. It's actually good news. Well, you know. I reckon it is. I shot an eyebrow up like it was trying to escape my face. Well, here comes the butterflies. Nervousness level, expert mode activated. She crept forward, each step like she was auditioning for a slow-motion movie scene. She locked eyes with me and, in a hushed tone, dropped the bomb, I'm pregnant. Cue the dramatic music. Time hit the pause button. No epic soundtracks, no chuckles in the background, and definitely no slow-motion close-ups. Just me, a spatula, and the sweet serenade of a pancake turning into a crispy disaster behind me. Yum. Huh? What's going on here? I finally did it. Can you believe it? Victory dance time. She gave a little nod, like she was agreeing with the universe or something. Classic move. Her eyes sparkled, not from crying, but from that crazy, over-the-top joy that makes you feel like you just won the lottery, twice. So, I took a test yesterday, and guess what? It was positive. Then, just to keep the fun rolling, I took another one this morning. Yep, still positive. Who knew tests could be so clingy? I just stood there, eyes wide, like a deer caught in headlights. I was totally tongue-tied. So, logic decided it was time to make a grand entrance. We totally weren't even trying, I swear. We were totally not even trying, like, at all. We were in that classic married couple in their 30s limbo, dreaming of someday but definitely not today. But out of nowhere, someday decided to crash the party and show up right now. Are you really sure about that? I asked, my voice doing that awkward cracking thing, like a teenager going through puberty. She nibbled on her bottom lip and shot a cheeky grin. Absolutely, no doubt about it. Unless both tests are pulling a fast one and the universe is just having a good laugh at our expense. I couldn't help it, I burst out laughing, a big, silly, no way kind of laugh. Then, whoops. The spatula went flying, landing on the floor like it was auditioning for a slapstick comedy. Without missing a beat, I scooped her up in a hug, pulled her tight, and just soaked in that moment. She was cozy, totally genuine, and maybe just a tad shaky. There we were, crammed into our little kitchen, her fingers playing tug-of-war with my shirt while my face was lost in her hair. And I thought, well, this is the moment, folks. And so it begins, folks. Buckle up, because this is where the magic starts. We rocked back and forth, like we were grooving to a secret playlist only we could jam to. I leaned in and blurted out something totally ridiculous like, guess what? We're gonna be parents. She just nodded, her head resting on my chest, probably wondering what she got herself into. That morning. The last time I felt like a kid in a candy store, just pure, unfiltered joy. Good times, good vibes. So, 3 weeks later, I got a video that turned everything to ashes. It kicked off like any old Thursday, you know? Just another day in the grind. So there I was, drowning in a sea of emails, fueled by coffee, stuck in a meeting that could have easily been an email. Classic, right? Just your average day, nothing to see here, folk. Jana shot me a text that morning, rambling on about her wild craving for pickles and strawberry jam. Classic Jana. I rolled my eyes and tossed both of them onto the grocery list. Because why not? Life was a quirky roller coaster, but hey, it was a fun ride. So there I was, just about to slam my laptop shut and make a break for it at 5:43 p.m., when bam. A message pops up on Instagram. Meet Tina, Jana's ride or die, the one holding the maid of honor title like a boss, and the reigning champ of bottomless mimosas and delightful mayhem. Well, that was a whole new level of strange. Tina? Yeah, she never shot me a message, not even a happy birthday. Which, honestly, is so on brand for her. Classic Tina. So, there I was, minding my own business, when a video pops up out of nowhere. No caption, no context, just a casual oops, look what I found in my memories. Classic, right? So, there I was, minding my own business, when curiosity got the better of me. I clicked. It kicked off with a wobbly phone video, tunes blasting, laughter echoing, girls decked out in sparkly dresses, and balloons proudly proclaiming bride-to-be. So there I was, minding my own business, when it hit me like a ton of confetti. Oh snap, it's Jana's bachelorette party. And guess what? I wasn't on the guest list. Classic, right? No boys allowed. She declared with a giggle, unless you've got tequila and heels. The camera zoomed around the hotel suite like it was on a sugar rush, girls twerking, shoes everywhere, champagne doing a little dance of its own, and then, bam. It locked in on her, Jana, the queen of the chaos. There she was, sprawled on the couch, a little tipsy and glowing like a disco ball. Her dress? Oh, just casually hiked up to a level that made my throat do a little dance of its own. So there I was, perched on the lap of a total stranger, tall, broad-shouldered, and sporting some serious sleeve tattoos. Talk about a wild ride. They were giggling like school kids, then bam. Kissing like they were the only two people on the planet. Hands were roaming free, her fingers tangled in his hair, his lips on her neck like they were on a treasure hunt. My chest felt like it was doing the cha-cha, so I hit pause on the video and rewound it like a pro. So, like, maybe it wasn't even her? Could have been a prank, a deep fake, or just one of those wacky filters that make you look like a potato. Who knows? Nope, it was totally her, As clear as a sunny day. The girl who sobbed in my arms, claiming she was the luckiest person alive, and oh yeah, the one who was supposedly carrying my kid. What a plot twist, right? I was glued to my desk, fingers like ice, stomach doing the cha-cha. 3 thoughts came crashing into my brain like a trio of clumsy clowns at a birthday party. So, that video? Yeah, it's from the Bachelorette Bash 3 months back, right before the big I do. So, picture this, 3 months back. We weren't exactly sharing a bed every night, if you catch my drift. So, 6 weeks ago, she dropped the bombshell. Guess what? I'm pregnant. The timeline didn't just wave a red flag, it threw a full-on bonfire party in the middle of the field. My phone pinged again. Yep, it was Tina, sliding into my DMs like a cat on a slick floor. Keep it on the down low, okay? Don't spill the beans that I was the mastermind behind this little gem. I seriously thought you were in the loop. I just sat there, frozen. Answer? Nope, not happening. So there I was, glued to the screen, feeling like my life had turned into a sitcom and someone just hit the remote to change the channel. Cue the laugh track, right? I stormed out of the office like a dramatic movie star, no goodbyes, no bag, just my keys and a whole lot of fury. Cue the exit music. All I could think was, wow, she looked like a kid in a candy store with him, no booze, no days, just pure, unfiltered happiness. By the time I rolled into the driveway, my knuckles were wider than a ghost at a Halloween party from gripping the steering wheel like it owed me money. There I was, parked like a statue, engine off, just soaking in the sweet sound of absolutely nothing. Silence never felt so loud. The porch light was shining like it was auditioning for a role in a movie, bright and ready for action. Our cozy little house was all about that peaceful vibe, warm and safe, but let's be real, it was a total facade. I strolled in and was greeted by the smooth sounds of jazz. Yep, her pregnancy playlist was in full swing. The kitchen was throwing a fragrant party with garlic and rosemary leading the conga line. She was whipping up that ridiculous chicken dish I couldn't get enough of. She was busting out some tunes. I'm home, I shouted, trying to sound cool while my voice did a little dance of its own. In the kitchen, she belted out tunes like a pop star on a caffeine high. I tossed my shoes aside, dropped my keys like they were hot potatoes, and strolled over to the chaos of someone blissfully unaware that their life was basically a bonfire. There she was, Jana, stirring a pot like she was auditioning for a cooking show, complete with dramatic flair and an imaginary audience. With her hair thrown up in a chaotic bun and zero makeup on, she was the picture of zen and homey vibes. She spun around and bam! Instant glow up, just like every other time. Hey there, cutie. She strolled over and planted a smooch on my cheek, like a cheeky little fairy. Well, look who decided to show up. Fashionably late, I see. All good in the hood? So, guess what? I totally fibbed. Oh, traffic. That delightful game of stop and go where you get to know your fellow drivers way too well. It's like a never-ending party on the road, except nobody's having fun and the snacks are just fumes. Buckle up, folks, it's gonna be a bumpy ride. She squinted at me, eyebrows doing the tango. You're looking a bit ghostly there, my friend. What a marathon of a day, huh? She gave a little nod, like, yep, I'm on board with that. Dinner's just about ready to rock and roll. I snagged those funky chips you love, too. I gave it my best shot at a smile. Oops, that didn't go as planned. My jaw was like a vice grip, holding on for dear life. We sat there munching away in silence for a bit. Well, she was chatting up a storm while I was just gnawing like I was chewing on a piece of drywall. It was like my taste buds went on vacation without me. Seriously, I couldn't even taste a thing. My brain was stuck on that video like a broken record, trying to torture me into doing something, anything. At long last, I surrendered my fork to the table gods. So there I was, trying to play it cool, you know? Just casually throwing out a hey. Like it was no big deal. Hey, can I hit you with a quick question? She looked up, cheeks stuffed like a chipmunk on a snack spree. Oh, you betcha. Oh, that night? Let me tell you, it was one for the books. So, your bachelorette bash, huh? So, like, what went down? Spill the beans. She hit pause, blinked like a deer in headlights, and took her sweet time chewing. Wait, hold up. What are you talking about? So, here's the thing, just a little curiosity tickling my brain. Oh, you bet it was a total roller coaster ride. What in the world does that even mean? She flashed a grin, a bit cringy but hey, who doesn't have those moments? Aw boy, was it a blast. We totally overdid it on the drinks. Tina totally dared me to belt out a tune on the coffee table. What could go wrong, right? We dove into a game fest. Fun times all around. Just your average, run-of-the-mill, everyday shenanigans. No dudes? Seriously? Her laugh zipped out like a squirrel on caffeine, too quick, too light, and totally unpredictable. Oh, absolutely not. What kind of bride do you think I am, huh? Just curious, you know? I took a swig of my water, giving her the old death stare. Wait, hold up. No strippers? What kind of party is this? Did someone forget to send out the memo? What? No lap dances? That's like a pizza without cheese, just wrong. Nothing wild, huh? She gave a dramatic eye roll and waved her hand like she was shooing away a pesky fly. So, there was this dude who rolled in looking like he just stepped off a fire truck, but honestly, it was just plain cheesy. We all burst out laughing. And that's a wrap, folks. And that's a wrap. I gave a slow nod, like I was trying to understand the meaning of life or something. Spoiler alert, I wasn't. She dove back into her grub like it was a long-lost friend. I stared at her, and for the first time in ages, I was like, who is this stranger? Same mug, same chatter. What are the odds? Every single word that tumbled out of her mouth was as fake as a $3 bill. So, after we devoured dinner, she plopped down next to me on the couch, resting her noggin on my shoulder like it was the most natural thing in the world. Classic move. As if the universe hit the pause button and forgot to press play again. As if those sweet brown eyes weren't just a cover for a ticking time bomb waiting to go off. I just stood there, silent as a mime at a comedy show. Just plopped down, gazing at the dark abyss of the TV, letting the silence hang there like an awkward pause at a party. So, she finally popped the question, wanna binge watch something? So, I leaned in and whispered, hey, there's something I need you to check out. She shot up like a jack-in-the-box, eyebrows doing the tango. Alrighty then. What's the deal with that? I whipped out my phone, launched Instagram, scrolled to the message, and hit play like it was the most thrilling movie trailer ever. I totally avoided her gaze. I just passed it to her as if I was giving her a shiny new mirror. Bam. Reflection time. So there I was, just hanging out, twiddling my thumbs and waiting like a kid in a candy store who just realized they forgot their wallet. TikTok, TikTok, right? She squinted at the screen like it just insulted her grandma. The grin disappeared faster than a magician's rabbit. Poof. Gone. First, she was like, wait, what? Then she turned into a statue, and finally, her face was all, oh no, this can't be happening. Her hand began to do a little shimmy, like it was trying to dance without our permission. The audio kicked in, and there it was, her giggle, like a little burst of sunshine that made everything feel a bit lighter. Some mysterious dude leaned in and whispered his name right into her ear. Spooky, right? She totally bailed on the video. Classic move. She dropped the phone onto her lap like it was a hot potato and glared at the wall as if it owed her money. I looked at her, all chill and collected, but my voice? Oh boy, it sliced through the air like a ninja with a broken sword. Care to explain what in the world that was? She popped her mouth open like a goldfish, then snapped it shut, gulping like she just chugged a gallon of lemonade. I was totally plastered, she blurted out. Oops, that was a whoopsie. Honestly, it's all a blur. Like, poof. Gone. What was I even thinking? Who knows? Nope, not happening. I shot back. Hey, don't play the amnesia card with me. Seriously, that's just weak sauce. You were looking super awake, my friend. Noah, come on. Pretty please? I jumped up and started pacing like a caged animal, trying to figure out my next move. My heart was doing the cha-cha in my ears. You said it was just a chill night with the gals, right? What could possibly go wrong? You promised me there were no dudes around. What gives? You straight up pulled a fast one on me. Her eyes were about to host a waterfall. Oops. That wasn't part of the plan. So, here's the deal. It was totally ridiculous. Oh boy, did I regret that right away. It was like a balloon that popped, just a big ol' nothing. Oh sure, I said with a side of sarcasm. Ah, just another wild night, right? You know, the kind where you're swapping spit with some dude, all while 3 weeks later, you drop the bomb that you're pregnant. Classic plot twist. She jumped like a cat that just heard a cucumber drop. It's so quiet you could hear a pin drop. Seriously, it's like the universe hit the mute button. That silence? Oh boy, it was like the universe hit the pause button and everyone forgot how to make noise. Pure magic. I leaned in, Giving her my best time totally not creepy stare. Alright, Jana, spill the beans, whose little bundle of joy are we talking about here? Not a peep escaped her lips. Hold your horses, not just yet. She was plopped on the couch, looking like a sad statue, mouth agape, eyes bulging, tears welling up as if someone had just dropped the bomb that a beloved pet had passed away. This time, it was our turn to kick the bucket. Jana, I said again, this time with a whisper that could cut glass. Who's the tiny human in the room? Seriously, whose little bundle of joy is this? Her shoulders jumped like someone just threw a verbal punch at her. She cracked her mouth open like a can of soda, then quickly shut it like she realized she forgot to put on pants. She was trying to gulp down something, but it was like her throat was auditioning for a role in a drama. Oh boy, here comes the panic train. All aboard. Choo-choo. At last, she leaned in and said, Noah, I think this little gem belongs to you. You ever hear something so ridiculous that your brain just goes, nope, I'm out? I just gave her the old blank stare. Oh, you think so, huh? I blinked slowly, like a confused owl trying to process life's big questions. You really think that's my stuff? Ha. Good one. She perked up, her hands twisting together like they were auditioning for a magic trick. Now you see them, now you don't. Oh, it happened just that one time. So, there I was, on that fateful night. My memory's like a sieve, everything just slips right through. Seriously, I can hardly recall a thing. Oops. That wasn't in the plan. I mean, come on, it's like trying to recall a dream after waking up, good luck with that. It's hilarious. In that video, you totally didn't look confused at all. You were living it up, huh? Like you just won the lottery of fun. I was totally plastered, she fired back, all defensive like this time. So there we were, all tipsy and giggling like a bunch of school kids who just discovered candy. Good times. Tina claimed those drinks were like sneaky ninjas, stronger than they looked. So, here's the thing, I totally didn't see this coming. I wasn't out there on a mission to play the field, I swear. You simply can't make this stuff up. 1 minute you're sipping coffee, and the next, you're knee-deep in a drama that could rival a soap opera. Seriously, life has a way of throwing curveballs that leave you scratching your head and laughing at the absurdity of it all. Buckle up, because this ride is just getting started. So, there I was, minding my own business, when I totally tripped and, bam! Face first into his mouth. Talk about a wild ride. Who knew gravity had such a sense of humor? Her face contorted, as if my sarcasm had just delivered a slap to the cheek. I totally regretted it, she snapped. The next morning, I woke up and thought, who is that stranger in the mirror? I was just hoping to hit the rewind button and make it all disappear, like a bad dream you can't quite shake off. I had this wild urge to dig a hole and toss it in there, like it never existed. Seriously, who wouldn't want to just bury their problems sometimes, right? And you totally did, I said. Right beneath my tootsies. Well, that did the trick. I strolled over to the fireplace and casually leaned on the mantel like I owned the place. I was on the hunt for something sturdy to keep me from face-planting into the ground. My knees were totally slacking off, not even trying to join the game. Hey Jana, you know what you just pulled, right? I threw the question out there, barely glancing her way. Oops. I totally goofed up. Nah, not happening. Forgetting to buy milk? Classic rookie move. It's like leaving the house without your pants, just not gonna end well. Getting a parking ticket? Classic blunder. It's like paying for a front row seat to a show you didn't even want to see. Oops. You fibbed. You locked eyes with me. Again and again, like a broken record stuck on repeat. So there I was, chatting away about baby names and paint colors like it was the most thrilling topic on the planet. Who knew picking a name could feel like a reality show competition? And don't even get me started on the endless shades of beige. So there I was, daydreaming about our epic future together. I really didn't want to say goodbye to you, like, ever. That one totally cracked me up. Chilly and crispy, like a snack you forgot in the back of the pantry. You totally lost me when you let me think that kid was mine without a clue. Classic move. She shot up like a jack-in-the-box, hugging herself like she just realized she forgot to put on pants. I was totally stumped on how to break the news to you. I figured if we just kept cruising ahead, if I stuck by your side like glue, and if I cranked up the love dial to 11, everything would turn out just fine. You really think time's gonna help me forget that sneaky betrayal I didn't even see coming? Ha. Good luck with that. Her voice went all squeaky, like a cartoon character trying to sing. Oh boy, this was not on my to-do list. I totally adore you. "You love me," I said, dragging it out like it was the punchline of a bad joke. "But hey, who said we were done yet?" And just not quite enough to spill the beans. Her face did the ultimate crumple, like a sad little paper ball tossed in the trash. I strolled over to the hallway cabinet like it was the most exciting destination in town. Yanked open the drawer of chaos where we stashed all the random odds and ends. Receipts, light bulbs, batteries, and those coupons we totally forgot about. Classic clutter, right? You won't believe it, but I finally stumbled upon the treasure I was hunting for. Cue the confetti. A pristine white envelope, just sitting there, untouched and full of mystery. What secrets could it hold? Is it a love letter or a bill? The suspense is killing me. I strolled back into the living room and dropped it on the coffee table like I was serving her a court summons. "Drama, anyone?" She gave it the ol' stink eye. "Huh? What's going on here? What in the world is that?" she asked, her voice so quiet it could have been a secret between two mice. "DNA test kit," I declared, like it was the most normal thing in the world. "Easy peasy, no poking or prodding. Tomorrow's the day. We'll get it out the door like a kid on a sugar rush." She stared at it like it was about to go kaboom. "You think I'm hiding something, don't you?" she whispered, a playful smirk dancing on her lips. I chuckled to myself, trying not to make a scene. I went all out, tossing a crib in the guest room and splattering stars on the ceiling like I was some kind of cosmic interior designer. Trust level, off the charts. Her eyes turned into a waterfall. "Hey, seriously, let's not go there. I gotta jump in here. I had a little chat with your belly, like it was my own personal therapist. I went in for the smooch." I proudly donned the dad hat. I stared her straight in the peepers. "If I'm not the dad, spill the beans now, please. I can't handle the suspense like a soap opera cliffhanger." "Not a chance, my friend. Not chasing after that birth certificate, no way. Not after I find myself head over heels for a little one who doesn't even share my DNA." Jana was a hot mess, tears streaming down her face, shoulders bouncing like she was in a dramatic movie scene. You know, the kind where the sobs are so loud you think the neighbors might call for backup. I stayed put, just a spectator in this wild show. Part of me was just waiting for her to let it all out, you know? Like, come on, just spill the beans and make this whole mess click back into place. Something genuine, something I could totally let slide. But there she was, just standing there, tears streaming down her face like a leaky faucet. Seriously, someone get her a towel. And that spilled the beans on everything I needed to know. So, we kicked around the idea of hosting it at our place, you know, keeping it cozy and casual. The test kit lounged in its tiny white envelope on the counter for 2 whole days, just chilling there like a silent little bomb waiting to go off. It was meant to be a walk in the park. Swab it, seal it, then send it off like a pro. But something felt off, like wearing socks with sandals. Every time Jana strolled by, she shot at a look that said, "Hey there, buddy, I see you." It was like the thing had a pulse or something. Seriously, it was alive in her eyes. Or maybe it was just me, still convinced she'd pull some sneaky stunt on it. My brain really went off the rails on that one. So I was like, "We're totally doing this at a clinic." She glanced up from her tea, her eyes looking like they'd just run a marathon. "Huh? What's going on here? I need that test done the official way, you know? No shortcuts, just the real deal. No mill, no room for screw-ups, no second-guessing." She paused for a moment, then gave a slow, deliberate nod. "Alrighty then." So, we decided to roll out that Friday. Fun times ahead. The building was as quiet as a library, dressed in a dull beige, and had a scent that screamed disinfectant mixed with a dash of anxiety. Yum. The nurse who welcomed us had those warm, kind eyes, but it was like she was playing a game of let's avoid eye contact with us. Classic move. We signed the papers, then just sat there in this super awkward silence, flanked by ancient magazines and a fish tank that looked like it hadn't seen a cleaning in ages. So, they called us in, and guess who strutted in first? Jana, of course. And then there's me. The techie promised the results would be in my hands in 3 business days. Fingers crossed, right? Just 3 little days. 3 whole days of acting like everything was peachy keen. I barely caught any Z's. Jana put on her best poker face, pretending like the world wasn't spinning out of control. Classic move, right? She whipped up dinner, casually asked how my day went, and even had some soft tunes playing in the background, acting like everything was peachy, like we were still in that lovey-dovey phase. I hardly said a peep. So, there I was, minding my own business on the 3rd evening, when bam. An email popped up like a surprise party I never asked for. What's the deal with the subject line? Drumroll, please. The moment of truth has arrived. Paternity test results are in. Spoiler alert, it's either A, you're the father, or a not today, buddy. Get ready for some serious family drama or a sigh of relief. Stay tuned. It's a secret. So there I was, just chilling in my car, like a boss. I gave that email a little tap, like it owed me money or something. Well, folks, it looks like the probability of paternity is sitting at a solid 0.00%. Guess that makes it pretty clear who the dad isn't. Time to update the family tree, right? I just sat there, eyes glued to the screen like it was the last slice of pizza at a party. Chill vibes only, folks. No freakouts, no rage, just pure Zen mode. And just like that, the world hit pause. Cue the dramatic music. So there I was, strutting in late that night like I owned the place. The house was as quiet as a mouse at a library convention. The lights went down, like they were trying to sneak out of a party. There she was, sprawled on the couch like a content potato, clutching a pillow while the TV babbled away in silence. As soon as she spotted me, she shot up like a jack-in-the-box, clearly rehearsing her lines all day long. Noah, she kicked things off. Did you get? I waved my phone like a trophy. And just like that, she hit the mute button on life. I passed it over to her, like a secret agent delivering top-secret intel. Mission accomplished. Checked her out as she worked her magic on that screen lock. Checked out her peepers doing the old page scan dance. And then, bam! Tears everywhere. Right now, like, pronto. Whoa, that's a lot of weight. Like, did you just lift a car or something? Seriously, heavy vibes over here. She clamped her hand over her mouth and plopped back down, like her legs just decided to take a vacation without her. At first, I was as quiet as a mouse in a cheese factory. I just stood there, like a deer in headlights, watching her turn on the waterworks. So, I finally blurted out, not my circus, not my monkeys. She gave it a shot to chat. Between the hiccups and the sniffles, there were words flying around like confetti, sorries, oh no's, and a sprinkle of dramatic flair. But I sliced right through it, like a hot knife through butter. I'm totally keeping it cool, no screams here. Oh, come on. I'm not here to throw punches, just to throw some laughs your way. She glanced up, her eyes puffier than a marshmallow after a campfire roast. Whoa there. So, you're telling me you didn't mean to, but you've been spinning tales for 3 whole months? That's some serious plot twist action. So, you're telling me I was led to believe I was about to join the dad club? Noah, I was totally freaked out. You? Not a chance, I shot back. You were a total self-absorbed diva. She went full-on waterfall mode, complete with the loud, messy sobs that could scare off a bear. I loved you, she said, with a dramatic flair that could rival a soap opera star. I totally still do. Nah, I said all chill and collected. You were all about that cozy bubble of safety, huh? You were totally into the concept of me. If you really had my back, you would have spilled the beans instead of keeping me in the dark. I strolled over to the entrance, feeling like a VIP on my way to a red carpet event. Snagged my keys like a pro. I've already had a chat with a lawyer, so I'm not flying blind here. Looks like the divorce papers are on their way, better grab the popcorn. I'm crashing at a buddy's place until the dust settles. Noah, come on, don't go down that road. I'm about to do what you should have done ages ago, I said, swinging the door wide open. Owning up to your stuff, huh? It's like saying, yep, that was me. Instead of playing hide and seek with your mistakes. Time to step up and take the wheel, my friend. 6 months have zipped by like a squirrel on espresso. The divorce slipped through like a ninja in the night, silent and stealthy. Well, folks, it turns out the battlefield was as empty as my fridge on a Sunday night. Nothing left to squabble about. Who knew? No digs. 0 kiddos in the mix. It's like a ghost town in there, just the hollow echo of what used to be a marriage. Spooky, right? So there I was, on a soggy Tuesday, signing my life away like it was a game of bingo. Rain pouring, papers crinkling, classic dramatic flair, right? She totally ghosted me, like I was invisible or something. So there we were, having a deep chat, and she hits me with the $1,000,000 question, can we ever be friends? Classic, right? No chuckles here. I totally kept my cool. No yelling here. So, I just dropped the truth bomb, friends don't spin tales like that. Well, she totally lost it, of course. Every time the consequences roll in, it's like a waterworks show starring her. Seriously, Grab the tissues. I decided to peace out this time instead of sticking around to see the show. I bounced out of the room, ditched the building, and slammed the door on that chapter like it was a bad date. So, folks keep checking in, asking if I'm all good now. Spoiler alert, I'm still here, living the dream. I spilled the beans, no sugarcoating here. I've officially moved on from the whole angry thing. Bye-bye, rage. Hey, just to clear the air, I'm not broken, okay? Just a little quirky, like a toaster that only works on Tuesday. But hey, I'm not the same either. There's a little magic that happens when you deck out a nursery for a tiny human who won't be calling you mom or dad. It's like you suddenly become a baby whisperer, channeling all the cuteness vibes while secretly wondering if you can pull off those adorable onesies yourself. So there you are, leaning in for a sweet goodnight kiss, dreaming of a future together, while she's over there with an eraser, wiping you right out of her plans. Classic, right? Once you tumble down that rabbit hole, there's no turning back. But hey, you do come back with a sharper edge, like a pencil that just got a fresh point. Who knew falling could be so enlightening? I figured out that love without honesty is just a fancy show. When trust goes kaput, it's like a ninja, silent but oh so deadly. Poof. It's gone, like my motivation on a Monday morning. So, what's the deal now? I'm catching Z's like a pro now. I'm on a food glow-up. I chuckle once more. The genuine article. So, guess what? I've jumped into the dating pool. Cannonball style. Just a little something, nothing to write home about. Not just yet, my friend. This time, I'm not sprinting into the land of make-believe. Nope, no fairy tale marathons for me. You know what I learned? Some folks will toss you a dream, but only so they can pull the strings on how it all wraps up. Classic move, right? So, I went ahead and gave mine a makeover. So, I just strolled away from her like it was no big deal. Jenna decided to play house hermit for a bit. Who needs the outside world anyway, right? The one we used to pass around like a hot potato. Eventually, she gave up on the whole waiting for my grand return act. Guess what? She popped out a tiny human. Once upon a time, there was this kid. Just a boy, you know? Nothing too fancy, but definitely up to some shenanigans. So, rumor has it, Dad pulled a classic vanishing act and never made it to the party. Not even a single time. Just a little memento from a random stranger's wild night. Her pals just ghosted her, like they were auditioning for a magic show or something. Well, it seems that sorry has its limits, especially when the fib is big enough to shatter more than just a wedding ring. She decided to crash at her folks' place for a bit. They pitched in, but only after a lot of eye-rolling and dramatic sighs. But even their superhero capes couldn't save her from the inevitable consequences forever. So, she's juggling a part-time gig, hitting the books at night, and rocking the solo mom life with her little dude. Talk about a superhero in disguise. Who knows what kind of wild tales she spins for the crowd. Maybe I just couldn't deal with it, you know? Or that I just strolled off into the sunset. Let her have it, no biggie. The truth isn't playing hide and seek, folks. It's just chilling, waiting for her to catch up. It's like she's got it glued to her side every single day. Looking at this kid, it's like staring at a mini stranger who definitely didn't inherit my genes.